Bro, you've been under pressure for, for a long time.
Yeah, bro.
Handling it, like dealing with it.
Yeah, dealing with that shit.
King
sir.
Crooked. Now,
Yes, sir.
now being from like the Snoop situation to when you eventually left Death Row, and I'm bringing this up because I saw a picture on your Instagram, and I know it had like a lot of people like, what's really going on? You and Dr. Dre
Oh yeah.
in the studio.
Yes, sir.
What's really going
Hey,
on? You know what I mean? I
hey.
gotta ask. What's really going on?
Hey man, you know, I mean, firstly, man, it was good to see Doc in his element.
Right.
You know, he had the issue, the medical
his
issue.
spirits
you know what I'm
is
saying?
up,
His
yeah.
spirits is up.
Right.
You know, he in there, music banging, he laughing, smiling, jumping
Yeah.
on the mic. Yo, I'm finna say something. Hold up. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
Sit back down. I just thought of something else. You know,
Yeah.
to see him in his element, man, it was just a blessing. I'm like, damn, that's cool. Doc good right now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was just dope. But you know, I'm pulling up on let's work.
What's up? What's up?
You know
What's
what I'm
up?
saying?
It's that time.
It's that time. So
that time.
so you know, it's
Are we gonna hear a lot of that on your next?
well, what I can say is this, man. I'm trying to, not even trying. I'm surrounding myself with brilliant music people, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm surrounding myself with brilliant producers, brilliant songwriters, brilliant musicians. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing.
Right.
You know, and for him to open up his door and say, yeah, come on in, you know what I mean? It mean a whole lot to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's gonna be some major surprises on this album. You know what I'm saying? From the East too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna be some major surprises on this
You gonna
album.
post a picture?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
everybody
I'll be waiting
just
for it.
follow the narrative.
I'll be waiting for it. Cause a lyricist on Dr. Dre beats has been like, and that's no disrespect to, you know, I feel like, you know, Snoop, they created a vibe.
Right.
But hearing someone like M over those hard drums and the piano and the, you know what I mean? It's a different type of, like, you take it in differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to hear you,
Can't wait.
how many joints you got over there, man? How many? What's the Dr. Dre beat like? Like, is it, what is it like when you work on something and then it's time to talk business?
Hey man.
You like, so
Say hey.
you gonna
man.
give me a discount on this? motherfucker?
I'm pretty sure. Yo, listen, I can't afford no Dre beats.
Just out the gate.
You know what I'm saying?
So you gotta know it's love.
You know what I'm
if
saying?
you see it, you know it's love. You know it's
Hey,
love.
You know, the man shit. The headphones was hitting the nigga. Nah, I'm not but yeah, like, and that's like M too. Like, you know, M produced some joints for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, he don't put no, you can't put a price tag on
Amen
that.
Yeah.
You know, cause nobody can afford that shit.
Shit. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we all right over here, but nigga, we ain't throwing 250 at a fucking beat.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But you ever expected to though?
Nah, because M and Dre and these kind of guys, man, they work with people that they respect. And you know, if you got their respect,
It's
you
different.
can get some work done. And you know what I'm saying? It's different. You know what I'm saying?
And if you don't, you gotta come out with that 250.
oh yeah, 5,
250,
250, 5, 4. You
Half
know,
a
you
mil.
might,
You know what it's about to go.
You don't know, yeah. Your whole budget get
Whole
tore in
budget
half. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, all right, so this beat is gonna cost you nine albums.
Yeah, nigga, that hi-hat was like 500. That snare was like 250.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful thing, Math, dog. Like, I came a long way. We just talked about me being on Death Row Records,
Right.
you know, and to slide
Over there.
over
That's where
there
I'm going
and
next.
to be able to,
What was that vibe?
that vibe was being myself. And I always tell artists to do this. It's a life jewel, really, but artists in particular, be yourself.
Right.
Because I was on the radio, live on the radio with Ja Rule, Irv, Suge, and Ja played that joint that he had dissing M. where he say some real crazy stuff about M's daughter and all that. You know,
Mm.
he premiered it on the radio.
Right.
And, you know, it was lit. You know what I'm saying? They was at it. And the host was like, yeah, so Crooked, you up next. You about to send some shots to Dre and them? You got something for him? And I was like, nah. That's not my beef. I said, you know, I just got over here, you know.
Right.
I'm trying to make great music. I'm trying to bring that back to the W. You know what I'm saying? I said, that's my focus. I was like, yo, Dre. I said, Suge could tell you, Dre is the greatest producer ever. I always tell him that.
He'll still say that.
You know what I'm
to this
saying?
day.
I said, I always tell Suge that. You know what I'm saying? That's his greatest producer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, him got bars and all that. I said, you know, I don't really know. The gist of what I was saying was, I don't believe that Suge brought me to Death Row to be a wind-up doll.
To go
and
after people.
Go after people and to be a paper soldier. You know what I'm saying? I believe that it was something deeper than that. And I don't have no problem with these guys. I don't even know what this whole shit is about. I just got here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what's going on? I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
What is this?
What I'm going to do, just jump in. And
Right.
little did I know, I was at Fat Beats. And I was about to do this mixtape called Young Boss Volume 1. And half of the beats was going to be Chronic 2001 beats, and the other half was going to be DJ Premier beats. So I went to Fat Beats, got the Chronic 2001 instrumental vinyl, and my phone rang. It was Dre. I was off Death Row at the time, and he was like, yo, I heard you that night when you was on the radio. Me and M was listening, or something to that effect. And he was like, yo, you never took a shot. Every time, he said, every time they try to get you to shoot at me, you never did.
Right.
And he said, I respect the fuck out of that. So, you know, you want to get down, holla at me, boom, 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 bam. And I truly believe that
That was it.
that night
Yeah.
is one of the reasons why I was able to have a Death Row past and still be able to go over there to Shady, you know what I'm saying, and
have a future.
and have a future, and it's all good, you know.
Right.
Because it would have been easy for me to say, hell yeah, fuck them niggas, let's go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was easy.
Showing the whole crew.
You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
looking like, you win it, right? You
Let's
win it,
go.
right?
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what was on my heart. For what? You know what I mean? And
I want to take this time out to say, yo, M, when I was young, Zeno was trying to get me to diss you.
What you
And
do?
I backed up out of it. I was like, yo, nah, real talk. Nah, this is real
That's
talk.
real?
This is real talk.
oh
He
shit.
hit me up. He was like, yo, you a lyrical monster. Come get at these guys and da. I thought this was my ticket to get away from the shiny suits. Like, I could beat the game if I go right here. So, you know, people would be like, yo, don't do it. I pick up the pen, I start moving it. They like, yeah, that shit fire, that shit fire.
Right.
I got to the studio and, you know, Zeno had his response. He had somebody else's response. I'm like, yo, where you going with this? And he was like, yo, we gonna put out a whole mixtape with the source, dissing them. I'm gonna put your joint right before my joint. And I sat there and I was like, I respect the fuck out of anybody that could rap, like Eminem. And this ain't no real shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, nah, I don't want to be a part of this shit.
Yeah.
And he made a joke. He was like, yeah, 50 is from New York. You probably should. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. But nah, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I stepped out of that. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
this ain't my thing. This ain't the way that I'm going to do it.
Word.
Word.
And you know that, and that means a lot, man. That shows a lot about, you know, your character, because, you know, a lot of people would have did that just to get in the source.
Oh, a
and
lot of
just-
people did. He had niggas dissing them in Spanish.
Yeah.
He had niggas on the tape spitting Spanish dissing Eminem, son.
Yo, Marshall, you better.
What the
You
fuck?
got some niggas coming at you, man.
I think the name was Uno Dos or something like that. I'm like, yo, this guy is crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
and that's the thing, like, man.
But what is it like being over there? Like when you talk this genealogy, like they could make a documentary about Death Row and, you know, end it with Shady,
Right.
but walking your path.
Walking my path. Because I did a lot of independent shit in between that era. So,
Right.
you know, I was in Texas in the South getting it with them guys. And but being over there was just like, I remember we was at the video for Forever, Hype Williams.
Right.
And one of the Shady execs asked me, like, yo, what does it feel like, you know, being on Shady Records and you was on Death Row?
Bro,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? And I was like, it felt great. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Ain't
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no other way to describe
Ain't no other way to describe it. You know what I
Right.
mean? But it does trip me out. It trips me out because it's also, you know, a credit to longevity and your skill and your craft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you stay true to your craft, you can go anywhere. You can even go, you know, from Death Row to Shady. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you stay true to your craft and, you know what I'm saying, your skill set, it'll take you where you need to be.